Yeah, ne. So let me tell you about the story that's been stuck in my head all day. It's about a 16-year-old from Limpopo who killed her 24-year-old boyfriend. Yeah, 24 years. And already that doesn't sit well with me. Why is a grown man in a relationship with a teenager? That's predatory. And I get it. It's legal. Just because something is legal doesn't mean it's right. Remember, apartheid was once legal. From what I heard and read, the guy apparently started beating her up in public, and she tried to run, but he chased after her. That's when she pulled out a knife and stabbed him. Now the police are investigating, but honestly, this feels like self-defense to me. Think about it. She's 16, being assaulted by someone older and stronger. What was she supposed to do? Just stand there and have a Spruciso Lorenz Part 2. The law says self-defense is allowed if your life is in danger. If he could beat her up in public, it's most likely that it wasn't the first time. No one would have the courage to beat someone in public if they had never done it before, behind closed doors. And of course, the police had to weigh in. And here's what they said.
Are doing. What we know, Iman, at this point in time, is that the deceased, the actual boyfriend, found the girlfriend with unknown people or strangers, so to say, and then as a result, and the strangers were about men, so he actually confronted the girlfriend and started beating her up. And then as he was beating her up, she actually ran from the scene, and then the boyfriend actually followed, resulting in the girl taking out a knife outside of her bag and stabbing the boyfriend in the process. So these are scary scenes. These are things that cannot be condoned. We understand that she was retaliating, but obviously the fact that one had a knife in her position, it says a lot about the caliber of the woman in question.
Tanya, I want to go back to what you just said. The fact that the woman was armed with a knife demonstrates her caliber. What did you mean by that?
Yeah, I'm saying that if you were to find someone who is a girl at that age, and then this girl is found to have a knife in her position, that means that we are, in a violent society.
Okay, hold on. I appreciate that the reporter challenged the spokesperson's comment about the caliber of women regarding the 16-year-old girl. Such a statement seems to unfairly judge her character without considering the context of her actions. Yes, we live in a violent society. She attempted to flee, and then he pursued her. When someone chases you as you are trying to escape, it's natural to act in self-defense. Unfortunately, she had a knife and she used it. And we can't ignore that gender-based violence is a significant issue. Some argue that the government favors women over men, but the statistics tell a different story. South Africa has some of the highest rates of gender-based violence worldwide, including rape, female homicide, and domestic abuse. The rate at which women are killed by intimate partners in this country is 5 times higher than the global average.
Cannot believe that a 16-year-old girl can be found with a knife in a position. That is as a society that is abnormal. I don't think that can be condoned.
You know what's abnormal? I'm a 16-year-old dating a 34-year-old. It's predatory. Instead of focusing on the knife, maybe we should be asking why no one saw a problem with their relationship in the first place.
There is no trust amongst partners. There is no trust amongst communities.
Exactly. There's no trust because people don't feel protected. Look at how many cases go unsolved, or how often the system sides with criminals. If they did their jobs, maybe the public trust would be at a rocket high. But instead, it's the crime rates that are high.
As long as there's no, sort of prejudgment, because we don't know her motives, right? We don't know her motives.
Yes.
We don't know what her experience might have been that led to her. As you say, it's an unusual thing for a young person to be carrying, especially a woman carrying a knife. And again, I'm making the assumption. Yeah.
If everything said is true, then no new evidence comes to light to suggest otherwise, but still isn't ruled as self-defense, then it'll just be another example of how South Africa continues to fail in delivering justice when it matters most. Yeah, corruption is in our culture, man. We need to change it. But anyway, I just wanted to update you guys on this. don't think there's anything she could have done. But don't you find it weird that a few weeks ago a police officer chased down a criminal after being stabbed and he was charged with murder? But now, this time around, a young lady running away from a perpetrator, now she's the one who's being charged with murder. It's like the justice system of protecting criminals, man. It's like if you do the crime, the justice system's gonna look out for you. See you on the next video. Until your weekend.